Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow. Thank you, Random Gwynblade, for the £50 super chat. Have a good stream. It's off to a good start, thanks to you. Thank you very much. You make it sound like you're heading off somewhere, though. If so, and seeing as it's pounds, I'm guessing UK, then night shift? Someone's on a lunch break? That's got to be America. It doesn't have to be America, but I'm guessing America. I really hope Starfield becomes enjoyable. I was so excited for it given Skyrim and Fallout, but it fell so flat for me. I gotta say, what I would expect if I were you is none of these updates are going to make Starfield enjoyable if you didn't enjoy it in the first place. What I will say is they might make it more enjoyable if you already enjoyed it, or if you enjoyed it but there was just a few things that annoyed the snot out of you, you might enjoy it with slightly less annoyance now. I mean, it's going to be like that. None of these... This is not as big a change as, say, Cyberpunk 2.0 was. And to be honest with you, Cyberpunk 2.0 wasn't quite as big a change as some people think. No, it is. Cyberpunk 2.0 was a fairly major change. But, for example, changing the way spaceflight works in Starfield, that's a bigger change than anything they did in Cyberpunk. The thing with Cyberpunk 2.0 was they changed a lot of the things that were a bit grindy or a bit bothersome or kind of boring. The character build system, the crafting system, they sort of did away with a lot of the boring and really leaned in on the exciting. They also added a few new things and they'd polished up over the years. Many of the fixes that a lot of people were enjoying were actually from prior patches. They'd spent 2 years, basically, I think, improving the game quite a lot. And people came back for 2.0 and more specifically Phantom Liberty as well. And I think it was just so much that was new for a lot of people, and it was presented in such a good way that it felt like a whole new game. And I totally understand that. But really, scratch under the surface, and it was the identical game. Which just goes to show, often it is the surface stuff that's important. Whether we like to admit it or not, people like to look down on people who focus on surface details. Surface details are important. They are. And it made a huge difference. Starfield, the complaints, they weren't about, the way the map looked and the way there was so much random filler content shoved in your face. Yeah. That was the sort of complaint. It felt shallow, people would say, because there were no storied quests. Well, those of us who played the game know there were tons of storied quests. Brilliant storied quests. But it's also true that at its initial release, the game sort of swamped you with the filler content. They stopped doing that, and all of a sudden people could enjoy the storied content and still engage with the filler content, just more naturally and less in your face, less planned, and it felt 100 times better. Starfield, I think, at its core, it wasn't the scratching of the surface that was the problem. In fact, on its surface, I think Starfield presented a good impression overall. There was a lot to applaud Starfield when comparing it to Skyrim. Like the dialogue system was better in Skyrim than in Fallout 4, and you could applaud them for going back to a more traditional dialogue system. Also applaud the new persuasion system, which was actually really, really good. And so on. There was plenty to applaud. The problem with Starfield became more apparent the more you played. the more you got below the surface. See, and I think that's the difference. Cyberpunk presented a very bad first impression to a lot of people, especially console users, that they were not in the right frame of mind, or they never got to the bits of Cyberpunk that were absolutely superb. Starfield, I think, presented a better first impression, but slowly but surely, in a lot of us, we just began to feel the limitations of the game's engine. And I don't think things like Terran Armada or Free Lanes will fundamentally change that for people who... I mean, they'll change it a little. Free Lanes definitely seems to have been a hit with some people. And I'm probably going to enjoy certain aspects of it. But the way they've implemented it and some of the limitations that I've already voiced highlight the technical problem with how they achieved it. So I guess what I would just say is, give it a chance. If you own the game, give it a chance, see if it works for you. But if you really just didn't enjoy it, I suspect you're not going to suddenly turn around. Even Bethesda say this as well. Now, I quite liked Starfield in spite of the flaws. Even once I started to sense and feel the flaws, I still enjoyed the overall game. So, for me, I'm, you know, this is good stuff. Alright, let's have a look. Primordial Platypus, thank you for the resub over on Twitch. Valen, thank you for the resub over on Twitch. The deeper you dig with Starfield, the sadder you become. The world is, from a writing perspective, horribly underdeveloped. I don't know about whether it's underdeveloped. And when world, I guess you mean galaxy. There's still a lot there of the Bethesda storytelling. You find it in slates, find it on machines. I will admit, I found myself having less incentive to dig those things out when compared to, say, finding holotapes in Fallout, and especially finding journals in Skyrim. I don't know why. So... I feel like if Starfield started with free lanes and only had a couple of systems available at the beginning, allowing more systems to be DLC or modded editions, it would have done better. Free lanes would have definitely, I think, helped at the start, although I would definitely have complained about the map. I would. If free lanes was there and the map was implemented the way it's implemented, I would have basically made all the same complaints. But having only a couple of systems, well, that would have gone against the entire game philosophy. So, I mean, it's hard to say if that would have worked, because I mean, they would have been making a totally different game, not Starfield. So it's... maybe if they'd restricted you somehow. But even then, I don't know. I think fundamentally, at its core, Starfield was too ambitious. Not just for Bethesda, but for anyone. I think if the No Man's Sky people suddenly said, you know what, we're releasing a new game, and it's going to be No Man's Sky, but like we're going to inhabit all the planets with interesting quests and stuff like this, I really suspect they'd probably nail the spaceflight side of things, but they'd not. You know, if they tried to do what Bethesda did, or does, well, they probably wouldn't do as well. I think it's just, as a project, it was doomed to fail, because you just can't have free roam planets that are as interested as, say, free roam Skyrim. Even a single planet, making a single planet free roam and as interesting as just, say, Skyrim, or the little part of America that Red Dead Redemption's set in. It's not... I don't think it's a viable thing to do. I think people are just never going to see that in their lifetime. I tend to ignore the hype, and that sets my expectations better. Me too. So... Starfield, I agreed. Starfield had the ambition to be a game from the launch that would rival in scale and detail of Eve after 2 decades. Yeah, and that's great to have that kind of ambition, but you know, I mean, you're competing with Eve, you're competing with Elite Dangerous, you're competing with games that do do the space travel thing. I mean, really, it was a tall ask. But then to also make the planets interesting the way, you know, Bethesda Game Studios normally make interesting world spaces, just I don't think it was ever going to happen. Which is why they went for procedurally generated stuff. It's why they reused points of interest. It's why it feels kind of repetitive and samey. It's why I really don't do any exploration in this game. I just don't. I do more exploration in Stalker 2. I see a building and I think, I wonder what that building is. Probably shouldn't go in there, but it might have stuff. You see the same thing in Starfield and my brain does barely even register it. It's just like, oh, building, oh, settlement over there maybe, oh, mining thing over there. I look at them the same way I would in Skyrim look at mountain, pond, trees. It's landscape, but it's not specifically something that I want to go and see. So, thank you DHD Troll for the $10 super chat. Would you say that if Test 6 retains all the improvements from Starfield while making a compelling world, i.e. Skyrim F3-4, would it be what you're looking for? Can't wait for Test 6 series in 2035. Oh, you're like me. You're thinking it's going to take longer than everyone else thinks. I don't think 2035. I'm still hoping 2030. Yeah, there are plenty of improvements that Starfield has. Although what I will say is a lot of the things that I was happy to see in Starfield were more them reversing decisions they made in Fallout 4. The dialogue system. I did not like Fallout 4's dialogue. I preferred Skyrim's dialogue system. I also preferred Skyrim's dialogue mostly. But it's the dialogue system. And Starfield went back to the dialogue system that, you know, they have had since, well, actually since Fallout 3. I mean, you could argue that Oblivion had that system as well, but I feel like it was a little, it was the genesis of their current dialogue system in Oblivion. They changed from Morrowind to Oblivion. They used a very similar system in Fallout 3, but it was padded out way better in that you would get a series of dialogue options that were sentences. And that system they stuck with in Skyrim, and I think it worked in Skyrim. It looked a little different to the Fallout 3 system, but it was essentially the exact same dialogue system. But then in Fallout 4, they went for the the dialogue wheel with voiced lines, single word prompts. They almost went back to the Oblivion dialogue system, but they also added voice protagonist, and it just did not work for me. Starfield, right back to your Fallout 3 Skyrim dialogue system. Loved that. Hopefully they will stick with that Elder Scrolls 6. You can now climb ladders. I'm hoping that stays in Test 6, obviously. The lighting is better in Starfield, but I secretly suspect that the lighting will be different in Elder Scrolls 6. I still think Elder Scrolls, the Oblivion remaster was a test to see how hard it would be to have a new render engine on top of their actual engine, the one that does the gameplay. So I would not be too surprised to find Elder Scrolls 6 new render engine could look an awful lot better. This will be a double-edged sword if true. It will make the game look better, probably get rid of many of their old limitations, but it may stifle modding for a while. So if you don't expect Starfield to be Skyrim and accept it for what it is, it's not a bad game. Yeah, Starfield is not a bad game. I think it was just not the game a lot of people wanted it to be. So, it didn't end up well. Oblivion Remaster performance is pretty atrocious. Oblivion Remaster performance being atrocious, would you say Starfield's performance was good? Would you say Fallout 4's performance was good? I mean, whenever Bethesda release a game, everyone criticizes the performance. I don't know about Skyrim, to be honest. I wasn't paying as much attention to random chatter. But I think you'll find Fallout 4 got hammered for its performance. I mean, Skyrim did get hammered for its performance, to be honest. I do remember that now that I think back. The original Skyrim Special Edition was actually considered to be a vast improvement. Ironically, it used the same engine as Fallout 4, and Fallout 4 got hammered for its performance. So everything's relative, isn't it? Skyrim Special Edition had the same performance as Fallout 4, and this was seen as a massive upgrade over the original Skyrim, but Fallout 4 was seen as bad performance when released. So, honestly, I don't think Oblivion Remaster's performance was that bad. You know, putting it into context of Bethesda releases, I don't think it was. So Snaky Jake, I got there eventually. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Do you think Bethesda could have done better if they kept all the individual Starfield game mechanics, but went for an Outer Worlds hub approach instead? Honestly, to be honest, that question's... It's hard to answer because it would be a totally different game. I mean, basically Outer Worlds the original Outer Worlds had a handful of planets, and you couldn't really land on the planet anywhere. And you didn't really fly the ship anywhere. I mean, it literally was. If you think of the ship, it was a hub from which to pick a map to play on. And those maps were relatively small as well. I still think a lot of people would have been disappointed because if you'd have had a map the size of Solitude, and then another map the size of Riften, and then another, and so on and so forth, or a little bit bigger with some map on the outside, I still think people weren't looking for that. Starfield's performance was bad in the beginning, but maybe that was my rig. No, a lot of people complained about it. And it wasn't good performance for me, and I have an amazing rig, or had an amazing rig at the time. But they didn't, they didn't even implement DLSS when the game first came out. Just a limited amount of carefully crafted planets. I don't think you can carefully craft a single planet. I just don't think you can. If you look at Skyrim, it's approximately, we calculated it once, isn't it something like 6 kilometers wide by 6 kilometers deep or something? It's something like 40 square kilometers. It's nothing. It's not even city-sized. It's tiny. I mean, they could have a planet and then have an area the size of Skyrim on it as the main playable area, and just have anything on the outside as... I suppose you could just then do procedurally generated stuff on the outside, so if you did want to wander off to the middle of nowhere where no one had played, you could. And maybe on some planets you'd actually have 2 areas like that, and you could travel between them manually if you wanted, but you were just going through procedurally generated crap until you got to another area the size of Skyrim, and I suppose you could do something like that. That wouldn't have been a space exploration game, though, and that's kind of what they wanted to make. That's what they wanted to make. That would be a sci-fi Skyrim. And honestly, I feel like if they're gonna do that, They don't really need that much space travel. So, good morning. I thought you were simply going to play this. Well, I am, really. I am. But people just asking questions. So... Do you think modders will take up Starfield and push it to the next level? I don't think so, no. I'm going to be honest. I think you'll get some great paid mods from people like King Gath. Just not... I don't see the player base on Starfield. And that's not going to... When it comes down to it, there's a feedback loop. I did an entire series about this. There's a feedback loop with Bethesda Game Studios games and the modding community. Loads of people want to play the game because it's just replayable. Because it's replayable, they play it multiple times and think, oh, I tell you what, maybe some mods this time. And so they get mods. That makes the game feel even more different. So they're more in, you know, they want to play again even more. And then they get more mods and so on. And there's this feedback loop of the game being replayable, mods making it even more replayable, and people wanting those mods, and thus mod makers just are incentivized to make the mods. I think it's Starfield. The replayability on Starfield is in NG+. And I think to some degree that holds back. It doesn't have the same desire to start a new game, as in from scratch, new character. I don't think it does. I think this is a sort of game where they'll release some DLC or a great big content mod will come out, and you'll boot up your old character no matter what level they are and whatever New Game Plus they're on, and you'll play it on that. I feel like that's the most likely scenario. There will be people who do multiple playthroughs, multiple characters. I just don't think it's quite the same as, say, well, Skyrim. Skyrim was brilliant for that, so... yeah. Not sure if fewer planets would have helped. More handmade things, maybe. But yeah, it's about the handmade stuff. Fewer planets would have made the place feel less empty, I suppose, to some degree. But honestly, with the original way you could just zip between any star... I don't think it was the vast empty space. It was the fact that you travelled through vast empty space, landed on a planet, and felt like you got a Mass Effect map. I'm going to say it. Anyone remember the old Mass Effect planets? Driving around on your old Mako? Yeah? I mean, I love Mass Effect, but there isn't a single person alive who played Mass Effect because they wanted to drive around on the Mako on the planet's surface looking for points of interest. None. Even if you were doing that to get all the resources because you wanted to, you know, get all the resources, you did it for that. You didn't do it for fun, right? That's kind of Starfield, I'm afraid. It looks nicer than Mass Effect did, but it's kind of Starfield. So. NG Plus mod for Cyberpunk is my favourite, hands down. I'm going to be honest, Abington Sanqueen, I don't understand how you do NG Plus in Cyberpunk, so I should probably try it out. Usually by the time I get to the end of a Cyberpunk game, my character is godlike. Like, so godlike it would break the entire story. If you started again. My last playthrough was actually pure brain-melting Netrunner. And it was more of a challenge because someone told me that Netrunners were godlike, and I was a little skeptical. And they said they were godlike early. That's what I was actually skeptical of. They said Netrunners, pure brain-melting Netrunners, not stealth Netrunners, but just pure in-your-face Netrunning was godlike from about level 15, I believe he said, and I was very skeptical because of the tier system. I was missing one crucial aspect of the game to do with quick hack availability at the higher tier being about, well, it ranged, but it was at least 6 levels earlier than all other gear, which was a crucial difference. And so I did a playthrough of that Netrunner, and by the time I got to tier 5, which I believe is about level 40-ish, character was godlike. And I do mean godlike. Walk through the door of a building and stealth kill 40 people without once crouching. Or going through a camera. Just walk through the building, everyone who sees you dies. That kind of thing. Think Lucy from the movie Lucy. To play such a character at the start of Cyberpunk would make the entire story somewhat hilarious. You parked outside the building, everyone died. Yeah, but you hacked the cameras, right? You did the stealth netrunner in a way. I'm talking the sort of netrunner who does not, who can complete a mission without raising an alarm, i.e. get the stealth bonus, without once crouching or trying to stay out of sight. Like literally, you walk in the building to the objective, and anytime anyone gets in line of sight, they simply die. Brilliant. Overpowered, but absolutely brilliant. I loved that playthrough in the end, and I had to take my hat off to this guy. He was correct. If you play the Netrunner correctly, you basically break the game in the later tiers. And it's very powerful, more powerful than I realised at the early levels too. Even level 6, I think it was, level 6, I started to get more powerful than I was expecting. Again, that was because I hadn't put 2 and 2 together regarding quick hack acquisition versus the tier progress. And that is an important distinction, which makes no sense to anyone who does not play Cyberpunk a lot. Anyway, we're doing Starfield today, and I've already been talking for half an hour. So, shall we get in game? When was Mass Effect before? Mass Effect was 2000 and... I want to say 6. But I'm not 1000% sure. Around then, I think. I think. Mass Effect 2 was around the time Fallout 3 and New Vegas were out, that's for sure. Mass Effect 1 came out late 2007. There you go. So yeah, Mass Effect 2 came out shortly after that, actually. I think before Skyrim. Pretty sure before Skyrim. It came out... either around Fallout New Vegas or before it. And that was a brilliant game. Mass Effect 2 was one of those games that I love what they did with the character system. The build system was brilliant. And it was funny because there was a lot of the hardcore players, and I'm using air quotes, you can't see it, people who consider themselves hardcore RPGers who went a bit nuts because it had been dumbed down. And I could not disagree more with them. The way they developed the system, the characters, was streamlined and simplified, but in actual fact, it promoted vastly different playstyles depending on the class you played. So whilst I agree that they'd reduced some options, well, they'd reduced the number of skills you had, but what they had not done is reduce the variety of ways to play the game. They had massively enhanced it. And I do mean massively enhanced it. It was... Mass Effect is a game that I played once or twice. Didn't really... I think I played a soldier type, I played a vanguard, and I did play an adept, right? But I didn't really... The adept was a little different, but even then, the adept felt a little similar to the other characters. There was... It was different, but not as different as playing adept and vanguard in Mass Effect 2. So I thought Mass Effect 2's gameplay was phenomenal. So there you go. Anyway, right, so let's get in. Let's get in. I'm going to give Terran Armada a chance. What I will tell you is I've updated a lot of the mods. A lot of the mods have had updates now. Script extender's working, obviously. There's been a couple of updates on Trackers Alliance. That's a creation, not a mod. In fact, that's not a mod. That's DLC. That's Bethesda Game Studios. What else did I update? I've managed to be able to use the... As you can see now, the heads-up display is clear. I can't remember what it's called. Auto-hide HUD, I think. You can bring it back. You can bring the HUD back by, putting up the scanner. Or taking a weapon out. You get that. Okay, I'm in desperate need of health. So that's working. Star UI is working, which is such a relief. I cannot tell you how much I missed Star UI. Star HUD, or Star UI HUD, I can't remember what it's called, is not working. So unfortunately, when I go to loot things, I don't get all the details, which is a real pain in the backside. Again, mods like that really make games like this so much more pleasant to play with, but hey, it is what it is. I started again. I have placed my ship optimization terminal. I've built the little containery thing in the... I've forgotten what it was called. Constellations Mansion? That thing. But I'm back to where I was. I have not even taken off the ship's surface. Star UI itself updated, or using the other guy's patch? The other guy's patch. Please tell me it's safe to use. Please tell me it's safe to use. Are there spiders in this? I mean, on some planets, some of the creatures are, you might think of as spider-like, but usually it's spider-like the same way. I don't know if you've ever seen Starship Troopers and you have those creatures with legs as the bad guys. They didn't really look like spiders, to be honest, but you know what I mean. Things with too many legs. So if you are an arachnophobe, I don't know whether it would trigger you. I'll be honest. No potted plants. There might be potted plants. There might be. This is the work area. It's just bit of mess. Coffee cups.
Ah, hey, Captain.
Hey, I don't normally come up here. It's the only place with a ladder, and I don't do ladders. Hi guys.
I'm ready to make some waves.
Yeah. We're going on. We don't have any bloody plants. We don't have any plants. Do we have any plants in the guest quarters? You've now got me really worried. Am I gonna have to decorate? Maybe I've got plants in my room. I don't think so. I've not done much in the way of decoration. It's my room. It's a bit bare bones. Sorry. There probably isn't a plant in here. This is the workshop area. There is. Watch there be a plant in the cells. No. Nobody has a plant. I'm going to have to put some plants up. Infirmary, for those... I'm doing a tour now, aren't I? This is the infirmary. Right next to the boarding door. This is the... What do you call the common area leading onto the guest quarters? Hey, we got a plant! Yes! Right there. Plant. Did I build this ship? This is the starting ship. It did not come like this. No. This is the frontier. Or as I call it, the fat frontier. This is my baby. This is... My God, that menu takes a long time to get into now. This is my baby. This is the frontier. The fat frontier. The starting ship. And she chunky. It's not my favorite ship. That's probably my redshift. I made that as well. But this thing's the lap of luxury and also an absolute beast. Be another plant. We got plants. See, we had plants. We got plants. Granted, it's in the common area and the guest areas, but you know what? That's fine. 2 plants. How many plants do you need? It's a spaceship. Fine, I'll try and put some more plants, but we got one right there, okay? Arachnids. There are... Oh, are the creatures called arachnids? There probably are. I don't remember anything that really looked like a spider to me. I think there were things that looked like mantises, and there were things that looked like scorpions, I think. Anyway. Looks like a battle cruiser. Well, it kind of is. I mean, it kind of is. It's heavily armed. We got 6 of these things. These are particle autocannons. Unfortunately, as far as I can see, nothing in this update changed the fact that the only weapons you should ever have are EM weapons and particle weapons. Missiles, lasers, ballistic weapons, totally pointless in my opinion. Missiles, they've got slightly more range than the particle beams. Arguably, missiles could be used at that, but I honestly don't think so. Honestly, I really don't. I feel like particle beams just beat missiles anyway. 3,000 versus 4,000, it's really hit and miss. But lasers and ballistic weapon, twiddling between them as shields go down, ain't nobody got time for that. Stick on particle beams, stick with them, it rips through anything. I got 6 of them facing forwards, which eats things alive. I got a bunch of EM weapons if I want to disable things, which I do quite a lot. And I got 3 particle turrets facing backwards. This is not the strongest fighter ship I've got. That would be the Redshift. This thing has got 6. The lighting's changed on the game. I can't actually see in here. They've changed the lighting in this menu to make it very hard to make out. But there are 6 of these particle beam auto cannons inside here. There are also 3 particle beam weapons here. They're not the auto ones, they're the steady fire ones. So for forward firing, this thing's a monster. Also got EM weapons to disable. This is if you get in front of it, it is going to rip you apart ship. And it's very hard to get behind this because it's also A-class engines on a B-class ship, so it's stupidly fast and maneuverable. This thing is fast, don't get me wrong, it's fast and very maneuverable, but I decided to just put some turrets on the back, so if you get behind and try and shoot at it, it just shoots back. Its butt shoots. Can you design your own ships? Oh god, yes. This is the original ship, heavily redesigned. This was heavily redesigned. This one's slightly redesigned. Again, slightly redesigned, but I wanted to keep the basic look and feel of the Razor Leaf, as it were. This is massively. This is the prison transport ship. I think the only thing that's still there from the original is this and that and this. I think that's the original. Oh, I think these were on the original. And it was tiny. It was literally tiny. It was a tiny little ship. Look at it now. This thing is not the most comfortable ship, but it has got... These are all planetary bombardment weapons. It's heavily armed to defend itself as well, but it's just filled to the brim with planetary bombardment stuff. These weapons are from the Watchtower creation. I've even got hidden away there something that's kind of illegal, but no one scans it. That is a mech. I can get on planet and have a mech drop for support. And yes, I don't mean a tiny robot that's 2 meters or 3 meters tall. I mean a mech. I'm talking, 100-foot tall robot. Tucked away in there. You can actually see it just about, but the lighting is so bad now, you can't. So yes, I can't remember what this ship was. I think this is just one I captured. Another drop ship. Has lots of planetary bombard, Datura, and the Orchid. This is a new ship from the Trackers Alliance. I love this. I have not done any work on it, and it's not in my fleet. I have a fleet, but I only have a fleet because I've got the Watchtower creation, which allows me to fly with a fleet. What I will tell you is I've turned the fleet off for anything other than watchtower encounters, and I finished the watchtower for this particular universe. Watchtower are no more. Therefore, we will never see Watchtower invade us. And basically, that means the fleet will never appear, which is a shame because it's kind of cool. My fleet are with me, and I can actually dock with them. I can actually dock with those other ships. I've assigned people to them. They follow me. I can dock with them. But I don't think they appear now unless I get attacked by Watchtower. I think that's what I've set it to. There is a space station I can go to, and it docks my entire fleet. And everyone who's on those ships is in the bar at the space station. Very cool creation, Watchtower. Very cool. So, slow ships like the Hauler can cruise much easier. Can they? You can set the fleet to active but defensive so they won't help in combat too much, but they still hang out. I might do that. How do you get fleets? You get fleets by... You have to buy King Gat's Watchtower creation. It's one of the few that I highly recommend. It's got a main quest that integrates well with the whole Starfield main quest mentality. It has... I've even got a member of my crew is from that creation. It has a space station, and it now allows you to build multiple ships and have them in a fleet, and they fly alongside you. And you need it because in Watchtower, you start getting attacked by armadas of things. Like 20 to 30 ships will appear and start attacking you. You need a fleet. It's brilliant. It's absolutely... It's a phenomenal game mechanic. And the actual quest that goes with it is really good. If you've ever watched the Highlander TV series, you will recognize the story. I've done a review of it. Check my channel for the review. Fleet Commander mod allows fleets as well if you want it without Watchtower. No, I mean, Watchtower is just perfect for me because you can actually say to it, only have the fleet engage or come along when there is a Watchtower attack. I just can't remember if it means they follow me. Well, why don't we find out? Okay, switching to joystick. I've sorted the bindings out to the joystick. Yeah, Watchtower is a King Gat production. It is. And as such, it has the usual quality you expect. And I cannot recommend it enough. It's about $10. What I will say is... Oh, yeah, right, okay. What I will say is if I had to choose between that or Shattered Space DLC, I'd recommend Watchtower in a heartbeat, even if they were the same price. Oh, wait. Are any of these ships my fleet? Let's have a look. Don't think so. The Eye. I can travel to the Eye. Oh God, no! I need to get back on land. No, I don't think any of these are mine. I was going to try and show you docking with one of my ships. Just because I've said it, but I don't want to try the Terran Armada with a Watchtower fleet. It would probably trivialize it just a little. So, you've watched Guardians of the Galaxy. Does that count? No. Highlander. Does anyone remember the old Highlander TV series? I'm just gonna land again. I'm gonna land again, and I'm. Do you remember there was a group? I can't remember what they were called. I think they were called the Watchers.
Landing site is sufficient.
Yes, I'm older than you. You don't have to be old to watch the Highlander series. That wasn't that long ago. It had a very rough first season, in my opinion, but I still loved it. The Watchers, right. If you've seen that, Watchtower is definitely inspired by that. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. Great idea. Really fits the whole vibe of the game, in my opinion, and the story.
Story time.
And to some degree, makes perfect sense. This is him. This is my
Best
boy.
advice I ever got. Duck first, hurl insults later.
He's great. He's from Watchtower. He is absolutely brilliant. Look, guys, this stream's going to contain spoilers, okay? This stream is going to contain spoilers. I will try not to discuss the main quest that much. I will try not to talk about too much of the big surprise or but I'm on NG+. I'm level 166. I've got 7 bloody skill points to spend that I can't figure out what I want to spend on. And I'm going to be using stuff that will... Oh, I tell you what, I just want to double check. Let me just see. What have I got? I want to make sure I know. I can't remember. What's the key for powers? Just there! Right. Yes. Void form. Personal atmosphere. Sense star stuff. Right. Okay. I wanted to get my... Yes, I can get a personal atmosphere with me. You're going to see me using powers is what I'm getting at. And you might be thinking, wait a minute. So I will try not to talk about it too much, but I will be using them. Have they fixed the stealth yet? I don't know what you mean by fixed. I never really had any problem with the stealth. My character is very stealthy though now. Although that was in, I can't remember. That wasn't that long ago. I suddenly decided to play Ryujin and I went stealth and then ended up going concealment as well in my first Shattered Space playthrough, I think it was. Throw all your spare perk points into trees that let you regenerate health and heal afflictions. Here's the problem. Well, I'm so bloody tough and hard to kill. Those things just do not bother me. Really. And there's little side of me, especially with new DLC, I'm thinking like, I've got 1 rank of robotics, but maybe Terran Armada and get some more robotics. But I've even taken like 1 in zoology, 1 in botany. I'm thinking of taking 1 in, well, everything. Because you get extra dialogue if you've got 1 rank in a skill. You don't need lots of rank. I think maybe security, there are some checks where you need higher security. But as a general rule, if you've got the skill, you will get certain dialogue options, which is kind of cool. Like, I might take gastronomy. If I decide to do an NG+, and I might, once I've tried Terran Armada, I kind of want to do an NG+ with Watchtower. Specifically because I'd like to know how Watchtower changes with an NG+. If you really don't want to get spoiled, FK, I haven't finished main quest. Should I excuse myself? I do have powers already, just not... So you've got the powers. You've heard the term Starborn, right? I will not spoil it for you, but to be honest with you, that's probably the limit of the spoilers. You've got the power. You've seen the powers. So I won't talk about the details of NG+. I will try to keep it as spoiler-free as humanly possible. But if you really want to avoid spoilers, I mean, to be on the safe side, you don't have to moderate this one, FK. You have permission to run away. But yeah, basically you're occasionally going to see me do stuff that you're going to be like, whoa! If you really want to play this game fresh, you don't need to see the DLCs anyway. Now you might be thinking, where are you going, Gopher? I need, apparently, I looked it up before the stream because what I didn't want to do was wander around for 5 hours and not trigger Terran Armada. God, I've been streaming for almost an hour, playing for 23 minutes, and I've not even got to where we're starting Terran Armada because I've been showing you my ship. Right.
The luxury liner, Opulence of the Stars, has been hijacked in the Nirvana system by a group calling themselves the Terran Armada. The following is a recording captured by our intrepid reporters on the scene. Warning, what you are about to hear is graphic in nature. Humans of the settled systems, you've lost your way. Scattered among the stars, fighting amongst yourselves like vermin. Worthless, irredeemable. You have forgotten who you are. We shall remind you. We are the Terran Armada. We are the true children of Earth, and none shall stand in our way. Hours after receipt of this recording, a search and rescue team was dispatched to the liner's last known coordinates. In addition, authorities have asked all available pilots to aid in the search for survivors. We'll have more on this breaking news story as additional information comes in.
What was that?
I shall join the search! Yes, I shall! As I heroically boost away. Because I've been doing this so long, I've become whimsical. Yes, this is Malcolm. Malcolm always wanted to be an explorer. Malcolm has now done so much explorer, he has been driven... I wouldn't say mad, but his... He has seen many, many things and has become extremely whimsical. Mostly because he has seen many things over and over again. Hi! Did I bring you coffee I can't remember. Yes. If you don't know why Malcolm has become this way, this is because you are not completely sure what is going on in Starfield. Don't worry about it. So this is, yes, this is like, whoa, something different, something new. And that has been Malcolm's life for a while now. Arguably, it's been his lives. The search for something different, the search for something that is not the same, has become, well, almost a drug. Look at this! I tell you what, when I'm going to say move, whoa, when I move on, let's put it that way, I am going to bring this with me. I mean, obviously I'm not going to bring this with me, but I'm going to find a way to recreate this again. Yes, I'm going to make a blueprint of it. Look at it. Look at it. It's so big, it breaks many spaceports. It's awesome. If I land on one of my own outposts, and I've got a lot of outposts. I have got an absolute, well, fleet of outposts. I don't know, what's the multiple of outposts? A gaggle of outposts. I've got a lot of outposts, and if I land on them, usually it crushes something. It's too big. I have a new underground hangar in a new underground base that I'm not going to tell you about because I want it to remain a mystery. And it crushes half the furniture. I'm going to have to go and decorate it and remove tons of stuff because this thing just squishes everything. Network. Yeah, I guess they are technically a network as well. Yeah, I know, B Transu. That's kind of what I'm hinting at. I'm going to use. I've already got it downloaded. I'm going to use it to go. Guys! Great news! Well, not great news. No, someone's been attacked. It's actually terrible news. There's a tragedy going on. There is a tragedy going on. It's terrible. We need to go and help. But I've no idea what is going on. The Terran Armada, at first when they said humans, I got this, for some reason I got a Battlestar Galactica vibe. But I feel like they're not actually Cylons. Okay. Also, I'm taking off, I've got no idea where I'm going. That's... Wait, what? What? No, let go! Let go! Oh, for crying out loud, guys. Maybe I need a smaller ship. Apparently it has its own gravitational field. Okay. That is unfortunately not the first time we have taken technicians for a ride. Okay, so... yes. Where the hell am I going? I'm trying to remember how to... It's... Ooh, it's got its own icon. Look at this. Attack of the Terran Armada. Join the search party orbiting Nirvana 1. Okay, then. And this is... here. Out of curiosity, where is... Oh, it's really near my... Off-Fuchi outpost? I cannot remember what I've got there. Although I've written it down. I've actually got it all written down. What this outpost produces and where it sends stuff to. Oh, wow. That is quite far away, isn't it? That is quite far away. No. It's here. Blue ones. Okay, we are setting course. And... oh! Did it automatically assign power to the grav drives because I had spare power? That's new. I'm pretty sure I didn't have power assigned to the grav.
Just look at those stars.
Hey Vanguard, this is Agent Yamoja with Aegis. If you open your comms, I can brief you on the situation.
Oh.
Welcome to the search party. My name's Agent Yamoja. Happy to have your help.
Okay. So, it knows I'm a Vanguard. Right. Oh, Vanguard always answers the call. Yes. The Vanguard always answers the call.
Don't I know it? You guys go above and beyond. Supra et ultra.
Absolutely.
So here's the details. We're looking for a Trident luxury liner.
Aren't
She's
we
a big
all?
girl, but space is bigger. And it's definitely been a challenge to canvass the area.
That's not new. Really? When did they add that? Because it used to be the case that had I not assigned power to the grav drive, and then said go somewhere, it would basically I'd go in, but the heads-up display would flash power up the grav drive. And then I'd power it up, and then it would go through the process. So that must have been one of the updates they did. It used to be like if I was like this and I set a course, it would just not go somewhere, and then I'd have to. Oh wow. Oh, it's because I'm in a conversation. I can't move. That's when you don't have any spare power. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, that could be it. That could be it. As you can see, I've got a bit of a power deficiency in certain places. You never need more than one pip in grav drive anyway. Surely you must have a lead. I'm not surprised given how space is. Have you found it? No. You must... Wait. Have you found anything so far?
No, but every parsec we scan, we get that much closer to finding it.
Okay. You must have a lead.
We've made estimates based on the ship's trajectory and last known position, so we're not totally blind. One place we haven't explored a ton is the asteroid field up ahead. A few ships have peeked around there, but haven't stuck their heads in.
Hint taken. I'm on it.
Then you have my gratitude. Let me send you the telemetry data on where to scout.
Thank you. All right. And yes, I always turn myself so that the planet's horizon's like that. I know it's completely unnecessary. Like it anyway. All right, let's have a look. Use cruise mode. That's a little... That's a little... I mean... One of my gripes on games nowadays is a tendency to use game speak in journals. I'm old school in many ways. I like journals that tell you what you're like. It would tell me everything that was going on, and it would have an objective. And then when that objective was done, it would add a new one, but I could keep going back and see what the original objective was. But the objective would be travel to such and such a system and check out, not, you know, use cruise mode. So this is unfortunately very, you know, don't use the original space travel mode, use the new one, we added in the update. It's a little on the nose sort of thing, yeah? I bet flat earthers don't believe Malcolm has even left the planet. Okay. Anyway, so let's have a look. Show on map. I'm currently here. We're heading... So, right. So basically, I can't head here the old way because the nav computer won't set a course for it. See, this is another one of those. This is where gameplay mechanics butt up against my pedantic nature. There's probably some explanation someone's trying to come up with as to why I have to use cruise control to go there rather than the old system. Don't get me wrong, I want to use the new cruise mode, but I want to feel like it was an option that I chose. And more importantly, I don't want to feel like there's no way I can get there without cruise mode. Because that makes no goddamn sense whatsoever. I mean, basically the old mode, let's say I was flying there. Yeah, it's fast travel, and you're guessing that your computer's just autopiloting there, really, or whatever. There's no... There is a reason it's not explained yet. Yeah, I've heard, and someone has given me the reason, and it's testicles. I can tell you the real reason. Ask anyone who knows the engine, they can tell you the real reason. But anyway, I'm glad they came up with a reason. But the very fact that they start with use cruise mode, it feels so obvious tutorial mode. It's a little ham-fisted. I know some people are going to say you're being unnecessarily negative and pedantic. I'm not even being that negative. I'm sort of poking fun at it. But, you know, this is one of these limitations because of the way they've done cruise mode. This destination can only be reached by cruise mode. This can only be targeted in non-cruise mode, and it's because I don't want to spoil the illusion for everyone else, because I know I'm being a killjoy. So let's just do that. I wish I could target this. Or maybe I already am. Maybe it is already targeted. All right, let's enter cruise mode. Whoa. Nirvana 2, is that where I'm heading? No, it's... No, this ship that's on my contact, that's the ship that I'd already contacted. And unfortunately, the map, it was... Oh no, but map. Fail at finding map. Great sign. It was Nirvana 4A. It was near to Nirvana 4A. So I've got to head to Nirvana 4. Right? Or am I not? Yeah, that's Nirvana 2. It did say it was near to Nirvana 4A. Or Nirvana 4 it was. They could always save the tutorial until the first time you interact with the system. Yeah, I guess. It just... Oh, wait, what? Oh. Give me a second. This is why I love this mod. I am hungry. And I am thirsty. Without this mod, finding the food from the other meds that I'm carrying is like such a pain in the backside. Alright. That is the Star UI mod. Can I... Oh, wait. I can't... Let me just... Wait, something's stopping? Hi. I just, I'm already at full health. I felt like I wasn't. Is it the ship that... Oh, it's the ship! Our ship is a little... damaged. That's probably those technicians we picked up. Let's just repair that just in case. Oh, there's an anomaly. There's an anomaly! Oh, but it's far away. Ah, see, this is... Is it the anomaly? Is that... The thing is that thing's a lot further away than Nirvana the 4, right? This is where the map pisses me off. Right? The anomaly is further away than Nirvana 4. And I can't see where this anomaly is. It feels like it's... But it... Unless I'm misunderstanding this, and that is possible, Nirvana is 1,200 light seconds away in that direction, and the anomaly is further away, but over in that direction. But I want to go to the search area. I want to head to... Oh, no. Yeah, actually, what I should do now, autopilot off, is... No. Head to the search area. And unfortunately, again, this anomaly, I don't get a sense... Nowhere near the planet. Right, I was originally here, and this was 7,000 light seconds. And I'm probably now around here, by the judge of things, and it's 4,000 light seconds away in this direction. So it seems like there's an anomaly around here, if I had to guess. This is why I don't like the fact that it doesn't show the anomaly on the map. And again, no really good reason why they don't. At least, no good reason that doesn't involve me mentioning the word Bethesda. No, there's no universe reason why. Well, people are telling me there is. I'm going to giggle when I find out what it is. Someone told me basically something to do with gravitational forces, and I did smirk and giggle. Not that direction. It's a much bigger angle. It really isn't. It really wasn't. I mean, I'm looking at this, but I could see the heads-up display somewhere in this direction. I mean, it was ahead and off to the side, and as I got closer here, it started to drift more. So I'm going to say it's over there. At least that's how it appears. I mean, you can literally see it. If I do this, you can literally see it. It's not that big of an angle. Anyway, we're close to the search area. Badoom! Sensor contact! Autopilot off. Sensor contact. Is that what I should go for? Or should I keep going to the... No, maybe I just keep going towards the search area. Do I need to drop out a cruise? I want to get closer to the search area. It is grave forces. Your ship is just that fat. That's the reason my map doesn't work. My ship's gravitational field is distorting the... The whole boost thing in free lanes feels a weird thing to do as well. I feel like it's taking quite a long time. I want to name a ship Yo Mama. Oh, if I autopilot, it speeds up. Woo! We're dropping out! We're dropping out! Right, I'm in the search area, but there was... Let's just slow down. Let's just slow down. There was a sensor contact as well as an anomaly. So we're here. All right, we're here. Explore the storms for signs of the missing starliner. All right, we're here. So, okay. Is that the sensor contact I saw? I'm sorry, I was heading here. Now, some people are going to say, well, you slingshotted around. And we can deal with the whole slingshot thing another time. Because slingshotting is done in space travel right now. I'm not completely sure how much slingshotting a sort of spaceship I have going from there to there would need to do. Because there's a fundamental difference between the way we do space travel right now and how they do it in Starfield, right? In Starfield, it is actually space flight. Our current space flight is more like space shooting, yeah? We don't so much as fly to the moon as we do shoot our astronauts to the moon, right? So using gravitational forces to get slingshots is often absolutely required. I'm in a ship that can literally stop dead in space, turn around and fly in the other direction, and never run out of fuel, because it's all fusion reactor powered. So things are different, but let's just say it did. I had to slingshot, then why was this forward? But apparently this sensor... No, that's not the anomaly. That's the sensor contact. But... Okay, you know what? I give up. This is where I start getting annoyed. Let's not do it. Let's not do it. Alright. I've got to... What is going on with those little astronauts? Were they having a... I see you both! Trying to behave all nonchalant like you weren't whatever you were doing. See me after class. Okay, that we're not going there. We're not going there. Okay. In with a fusion reactor, don't you still need some stuff to throw out the back to go forward? No. Not in Starfield. There's no fuel. You don't run out of it. And like I said, I could literally fly around forever. I can fly off in that direction. I can, let me just go, I can, you know, engage the thrusters, turn around, go back, and then just change direction constantly, right? I can do this all day. So it's, I'm flying a ship. Now, oh, that's where I'm going, isn't it? There's something ahead. I am flying a ship much more similar to the way you would fly a plane than I am a rocket, as in like a NASA moon rocket. But let's try and forget that for now. Let's try and forget that for now. It's red. I get the urge to shoot it. Let me put some more power. If you don't throw stuff out the back to go forward, how does your ship actually move? Unknown. I know we can move ships using light. I know that's a possibility. I'm assuming something causes force out the back, but what it is unknown. The only fuel tanks I bring are helium, and that's for the grav drive. The actual spaceship itself is using something... Oh! I touched my mouse. I'm going to not do that again. Yeah, so as to what is going on, don't know, but it is fusion reactor powered. So, damn. Handwavium. Sally the Fourth could be the correct. But I do know there are things called solar sails that will actually let light push you forward, because light is a particle as well. Don't ask me, not an astrophysicist. All I can tell you is how the game functions. And basically, at no point in this game do I really need to slingshot to get somewhere. I don't. This is not like when you talk about a rocket on the planet, it's a huge, enormous explosive strapped to the bottom of a tin can with astronauts in it, yeah? It explodes in a very controlled and slow manner, pushing the tin can off the planet, and slowly it all detaches until, you know, that this tin can has enough velocity to get to the moon. The tin can itself does have some thrusters and engines, but not like this bloody ship, right? This ship could stay here, turn around, point to another planet, and power off to that planet. Then stop, power off to the other side of the bloody solar system. We don't have rockets that could do that as far as I know, or at least they would be doing it very, very carefully. This is kind of like we're comparing the space travel in Starfield's time in the 24th century to rockets in our time. It's just not comparable. It's not comparable. But there you go. Science with Gopher. I am not an astrophysicist, so if an astrophysicist would like to correct me on this, and I'm not even saying you wouldn't use gravity in your flight, you might. But to go from here to here in a way where you are pointing here, but at the same time as pointing here, you still have this area in view. The path you would need to take, I think, would be all the way around here, and then you'd be reapproaching from this angle so that this was over here and this was over there. That's how you'd have to do it, for the sensor contact to be over there. But that's assuming that sensor contact that has now disappeared is the same sensor contact that I thought was over there. So it would have to do something like that and then come in. And there might be reasons why that's the correct way to do it. But again, I think this is where the map does a piss poor job of getting that across to you, and it would be nice if it could plot the path your ship was going to be taking. But I think we have to accept that Bethesda just don't know what path your ship's taking. And that's the reason you don't see it. The real reason. I am open to the idea that there may actually be a good reason, and I'll get to it. But the fact that as I was I mean, realistically, looking at this, I'd just be heading towards here. The gravity of the sun would pull you towards it. The gravity of this would pull you towards it as well. But you'd just start powering here, and then you'd plot it in such a way that the gravity from these two, and indeed the planets, kept you in a certain path that took you here, and then you'd swing around there. That's kind of what I would have assumed the flight plan would be. I'm not sure why you would. And if you were going to slingshot, surely what you'd do is you'd go in here, and then it would go out, and then you would come back, and you would come around here. And then this sensor contact would have seemed closer than this one when I just first discovered it. So none of it really makes sense with the slingshot. Traveling between planets in seconds means you're using space wizard magic because the acceleration would kill you. Well, it obviously means you're bending space. Now, if you want to argue because you're bending space, everything is not where it's at, okay, the problem is your nav computer needs to know where things really are and where they are and where you are in relationship to that to be able to bring you out at the right space. So if you're bending space, your nav computer needs to be able to calculate that so that if we drop out of space now, you will be here. It needs to know that or it can't do its job. And likewise with scanners, if it's going to get you there so that when you drop out of space, it must know where that is in non-bent space, if you get what I'm saying. If your navcom does not know this, it cannot function. The end. End of story. If the navcom cannot adjust for all this and figure it out, it cannot fly you there. Period. End of story. Unless it's magic. I think that's the big problem. A lot of people are just used to clicking on it and you get there, it's magic. But the idea is the navcom is getting you there. Anyway. So we're bending space, we're traveling faster than the speed of light. All of these things, not even sure if they're possible. We don't believe traveling faster than the speed of light is at least possible, at least not within our standard understanding, although I believe there are physicists who will explain how we could go faster than light and how we would do it, but I do believe it's something to do with bending space, yada yada yada. Way beyond my pay grade. But at a functional level, however we're doing it, the navcom needs to know where we are going to come out. So it needs to kind of know where we are at any one moment. It does. You can't just have magic. We're traveling through space, but we might be traveling in that direction, and then we come out and we're here. This is... The Navcom would not be able to do its job in that case. It would not. It would not function, period, end of story. If I can't figure out where we are, neither can the Navcom. The Navcom should be able to do it quicker than me. And the Navcom is responsible for showing it to me. But the Navcom must know. It must know. You could use ion thrust as electric propulsion. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Bending space, circumvent light speed limitations because you're technically standing still while space bends around your vessel. Or I think you can actually get it so that you're shrinking space so that you're still traveling the speed of light, but space itself, there's less space between you and your destination, and therefore you get there quicker. Something like that. But still, if your Navcom cannot figure out where you are and where you've got to come out, in real space, it cannot function. You're basically saying the Navcom's just rolling the dice. He's switching it on. You don't really know where you're going, but it's pretty sure. It's like the Navcom's licking its finger and saying, pretty sure we've been going long enough, so we'll just come out here. That'll be right, yeah? No. No. Okay. Bad game logic. Naughty game logic. Anyway, what's this? £5 super chats. Thank you very much. Intra-system travel seems more or less line up with fusion propulsion, about the fraction of the speed of light. Okay. Anyway, let's explore the storms for signs of missing Starliner. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, something's disappeared. Something's disappeared. Do we have new contacts? Do we have new contacts? Wait. The hell is that? What the hell is that? Dock with... Wait, dock with what? Whoa, 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 what am I docking with? What am I docking with? Sorry, I was busy looking at these things. Opulence of the... Oh, it's there! Yeah, no, no, no. Before I start docking things... Alright. Everything's offline on the opulence. That's good. What the hell is this? This looks like a mine. Why am I not stopping? That looks like a mine. I feel like I want to shoot it, but I don't want to start shooting things before, Can I no, I've got to just dock. Alright, we're docking, people! Oh, no, that's the wrong... sorry, wrong key.
Seals, check. Air pressure, check. Ship integrity, check. We're clear.
I've been in worse storms. When I took down the Crimson Fleet. We've even got things that protect us from storms, so... It shouldn't be a problem. I'm just more worried about whatever the hell that is. Yes, I'm using my sniper rifle to get up. Actually, to be honest with you, that's probably silly. I can probably... Actually, I feel like my sniper rifle's got better range. Or better zoom, sorry. Yeah, well. Everyone's being very, very quiet. Even Sam and Cora are not making noises. Why is my health down? It's because I took damage when I got hungry. Seriously? Seriously, I took damage when I got hungry. I do feel like... Maybe it's all the universe hopping. Am I getting, like... Getting interdimensional worms or something? Let's just make sure I've taken care of everything so I don't need to think about it for a while. Nope. Okay. That is certainly plenitude of ammo. Oh god, yeah, I just stopped bothering about ammo. I probably should. Oh, that's not actually what I wanted to do, but alright, that's fine. Engineering deck. Okay, phase time lasts a long time. What I wanted to do... I am not sensing life, and they were attacked. Thank you, Brenda Lucas, for the £5 super chat. No spoilers, but you might have one question. You might have open questions. What Bethesda have produced in a year versus what King Gath Creations produced in 6 months. I'm going to say something weird. I don't expect quite as much from them as I do King Gath Productions. But I always expect quite a lot from modding teams as well. Okay, anyway, I'm going to focus. I'm focusing. Oh! Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, so it's these two. That's the only way that one can go in, so that one's got to be... I quite like the lockpick system in this game. See, I can't see the value of this weapon. Let's have a look. The value is 13,000. It's probably worth taking to sell. All right, we got dead people. Trying to remember all the keys. We do not have any signs of life. Of course, turrets and robots do not. Oh, for some reason the scanner wants me to go that way. Yeah, these guys were slaughtered. No sign of... Oh, I was going to say no sign of weapons, so... Calibrated Star Roamer spaceship. Advanced navigator power. Okay, we need a power receptacle. I don't have any on me. I sometimes carry spares, believe it or not. I can't remember why I... Security door. Oh! Food! Seriously? Sushi rolls! Need the food! I think I'm going in that direction. Oh. So this is usually where in a Let's Play I would start cutting out these things. Alright, I'm actually looking for a power thing more than anything. Oblivion lockpicking was the best. I'm just not a fan of lockpicking minigames. I'm just not. Advanced Explorer power pack. Is that any good? I don't think so. They just don't feel like they add anything to the experience. If your character has the required skill, just open the bloody thing. Just make it take a little time, have to hold the key or something. Minigames just suck. As a general rule. Yeah, and they really don't make good viewing experience. That's even worse. You know, I mean they're not good viewing experience. Can that be anywhere else? Oh, it could be there. that can be there, and that can be there. You know, they're just not good viewing experience. So for someone like me, they're a double whammy of bleh. Morrowind lockpicking was the best. Like I said, I would probably more phrase it, such and such a lockpicking was the least egregious. I think the thing is once you've done the lockpick game one time, it stops being fun. And people say, well, you know, you keep doing the same fights. I don't know what it is. Fighting's fun. Fighting is just fun. It's fun. It's fun. Lockpicking minigames, they're just not fun. They're never fun. I've never found one that maybe the first 2 or 3 times you do it. Can anyone see? I don't mind spoilers on stuff like if I'm looking for a goddamned power thing, because obviously I'm talking to you guys at the same time, which is distracting the living snot out of me. You just like to murder. To some degree, yeah. To some degree, murdering things is just more fun, okay? That's why I called it the best. There was no minigame. You just poked it with a lockpick till it worked. Oh, alright. Yeah, there you go then. Yeah, emergency power cell. Where? Where? Where's the emergency power cell? You said you saw one. I honestly just spawned them with console command. No, I wanna cheat, even if using you guys is a cheat. But you guys are also distracting, so I use you as an excuse. Alright, anyway, fair enough. We're not getting in that room. Definitely reminds me of the luxury liner. Oh, is it a similar model to the one for the Crimson Fleet? Ah, I see them. There are 2 in there. Engineer's terminal. Probably should have just kept going and looked. Ensign Malroy's personal log. Mandatory wake up. Woke up to the ship's cheerful automated announcement reminding us to start our day with purpose. Which translated from corporate speak to reality means smile while the luxury spars burn through enough energy to run a mining colony. Seriously, we had to divert power to the steam room because the ionized crystal sauna experience was underperforming. Captain said guests weren't spiritually exfoliated enough. Glad we've nailed our priorities. Everything's too perfect. Ship's in great shape, too great. Everything gleams, the circuit hum in perfect harmony, the floors are so polished I nearly ate it, trying to make it over to the lift. I was going to say ate the floor, or ate from the floor. No fires, no malfunctions, no mysterious grease leaks or suspicious clanking sounds in the bulkheads. I've got nothing to fix, which means I've been reorganizing the now useless spare parts cabinet by colour just to look productive. Beginning to suspect this whole cruise liner assignment might be some vague punishment wrapped up in brushed chrome. Okay. Spar strikes again. Got a priority alert from one of the midship power relays. The Spar's neuro-osmotic float chamber is pulling 300% more power than projected, and the ambient lighting is reportedly at risk of dimming. Absolute crisis. Can't have dim lighting while someone's recalibrating their aura. Had to reroute power from 3 hallway recycling units and most of the temperature control on the lower decks just to keep the rich guests from noticing the injustice of slightly cooler eucalyptus mist. I'll need to pull extra juice from the backup power cells sealed up in the engineering behind the log console. Not classified, not mysterious, just sealed because someone thought it'd be clever to store emergency systems behind one more layer of red tape. Another wonderful decision, so I've got to get in there. Backup power. With the spar draining power like a black hole, I headed up to the sealed emergency room in engineering to pull a few backup cells. I've had access since day one, but no one comes up here. The hatches sometimes stick. It's dusty and smells faintly of ozone. Thought I'd be saving these for something important, but I'm not the one choosing priorities around here. Power cells were right where they should be. Pulled two, slotted them in the grid, then rerouted power to the Serenity sector. Float chamber stabilized. Guests can now continue their luxurious levitation in peace, while anything not labelled a VIP area progresses towards Ice Age levels of discomfort. Mission accomplished, I guess. Okay, can I just... Is this the engineer? I really, really feel for this person. Okay. Remote security door control. Open doors. So we got two of the damn things. There's already one in there. Can't take them out. Probably they're needed to keep the ship, you know, from exploding or something. So, oh no! Look at this, more of them. Cheese! Can't believe how obsessed with food I've become. What's the point of the game? We're trying to figure that out. Someone has been attacked. This ship has been attacked. And I'm trying to find out what happened. That was engineering. And I now... Yeah, no, I think this is the Trident liner. I think this is the same one I got aboard or something similar. Bringing the Crimson Fleet down. Alright. But now, I can put... And I've still got more. Can I take it out or is it stuck forever? No, it's stuck forever. Chocolate. Yes, I have become very, very callous. Definitely feel like we're going in there.
Elevator offline. Restore local power to resume functionality.
Right, so I've got to restore local power. I don't think we're saving, folks, guys. There's no sign of life. At least, I know it's a big ship, but I can sense life quite far away. And so far, nothing. I think everyone is dead. They've been attacked by the looks of things. And they were pretty much defenseless when it happened. Doesn't seem to be any sign of resistance whatsoever, which means these people were either caught completely unawares, the boarding was very, very quick, or they were really in a panic, or both. Or they didn't realize the people that shot them were going to shoot them. Now that has... Okay. There is such a delay. I'm restoring power to the engineering deck. So this is one... I've put power here. I'm assuming this... Ah! Ah, I don't have power to do that. What happens if I close that? Nope. I can only open that one. I've got another one here. Whoa! No! Plugger. Okay. So that is worrying. Got trapped over there. And an alarm went off? Okay. Fine. Is that going to happen once more? Okay, so I've restored power. Nice. You've never watched Star Wars. You've never watched Star Wars. Oh. All right, we've got power back. Does that mean all the doors will now open? Yeah. And the elevator is opened. What about the other doors? Was this door? No. Is there anything else? Just there. All right. Oh. Okay, no, I need to. I want to. Yeah. Okay. All right. You didn't actually die sat on the toilet, like as in doing something. You were just there when they shot you and you flew backwards. This is the cat. Ellie Aiku. Maybe.
ETA on getting the lights back on? I don't know. I'm not an engineer. But it doesn't look like anything's actually wrong. They're disrupting power somehow? The systems won't switch over.
Alright, we tried. Let's call it quits and book it out of here while we can.
Hold on. Give me a minute first. I might be able to use the reserves to squeeze out a signal long enough for a quick message.
Uh-oh.
Oh God. Ellie, they're here. I can hear them. Please, we have to go!
Yeah, if she hadn't got that message out, we would never have known.
Okay, got it. Testing. This is Ellie Icow, aboard the Opulence of the Stars. If anyone can hear this, we've been attacked by...
Ellie, it's it!
Oh, she's brave.
Daniel? No, you must...
Okay. Yeah, she was brave anyway. Got a message out, so at least we know. Probably should have armed yourself a little bit. Okay. Again. Yeah, I should probably just install a mod that bypasses these, shouldn't I? When doing things like this. I mean, I didn't bother when I was doing a Let's Play because, you know, I can cut things like this out. Oh god. Did I pick up a reactive gauge? I did. Where else was there a door? Been in here. There's another one here. That is not going to open. Alright, we're taking the elevator. So much trash in this game that looks deceptively useful. Oh god, yes. Probably one of the most annoying things about Starfield is that duct tape is completely useless. It's actually not called duct tape, but you know what I mean. But yes. Still no sign of life. Wow, they tore through this place. Alright, looking mostly for tablets that might explain what the actual hell is going on here. No. And food. Always food. The search for food goes on. This is the same class of ship as I was on for the Crimson Fleet thing. Vague memories of it. Okay, you know what? Yup. And yet, I still just want to check this area. Captain's room, I think. Definitely looks captain's roomy, doesn't it? Oh, let's just auto slot one just to get the process going. Right. That one has to be there. That one can... Right, so that one and this one have to be here. This can be there. And which one was it? This one. This one can be... Where? There. That one can be there. Can I use that? It's that one, wasn't it? It's that one and this one. So either I need one with a 2 and a... That one, maybe? So that and that. So that one will do, and then we would need a 4, which would be something like... that's the only way for that one. So what was the other one I found? That one and... that one. Alright. Ooh, it's worth quite a bit, isn't it? But no tablet explaining Captain's thoughts or something. Okay. Yeah, I never managed to get...
No! Please!
Okay, oh. Hello? You see me? You're gonna eliminate me. Alright. Okay, that was surprisingly tough. Better weapon. Alright. Killer robots from hell, is it? Advanced MGB rifle. The hell? Okay. And I can't sense these buggers. Okay, I do not know what that is. Or if I want one. Okay. Advanced ballistic... Whoa! That's a bloody... God, that looks like such old tech. Not saying I hate it. Right, what the hell's this? Requires computer. Alright. What was this room? This was... See, this is, again, my apologies. I possibly don't actually need to go in here. I just always panic that I do. Let's have a look. We got one there, one there, one there. So that would be that. There and there. Oh. Had it this time. My era. You're gonna need a better pew-pew. Why do I need a better pew-pew? My pew-pew is just fine, thank you. Kind of remember this a little bit as well. What the hell? Oh my god, cake. VIP card! I feel like that might be useful. That is... Oh. Daily activity planner? That is not useful.
As you can already see, these results show the potential for technological advancements in robotics previously thought impossible.
Okay. So this was someone who's...
Emergency procedures initiated. Power routed to backup reserves. Please remain calm.
I'm sure it's nothing. They do these security drills every so often. Please, continue.
That does not sound...
We've come to escort you to a more secure area.
I understand the importance of you performing these safety exercises, but I pay good money to not be disturbed with such nonsense.
I'm afraid we have to make an exception. I can explain more on the way, but we need to get moving to the vaults.
I'm afraid the rest of your presentation will have to wait, Miss Moreau. Apparently even money can't save us from the tedium of procedure. But rest assured,
okay.
I will be having a word with the administration when we get there.
Quick vote. Who wants that guy to be dead? Because I'm in the I'd like him to be dead category. Absolutely, definitely. Okay. Oh, we got a safe. You know what? There's not going to be any stuff that's useful to figure out what's going on here, is there? And I do not need stuff. I've got a VIP card. Can't that get me through? No, can't get me through. Damn it. That and that. To make Digibit quicker, you can just press the auto slot key to oh, okay. I could probably just use a mod if I wanted to do that. I probably should. I'd probably just get a mod that's, you know, if you've got the correct security thing, it just bypasses it. Because again, like I said, I mean, it's just not, they're not fun. They are not fun. Some people probably enjoy them. I think most people do not. Okay, daily activity planet, not. Room cleaning service. Alright, there's nothing here. But that investor seemed to be investing in robotics. Oh, I see someone downstairs. Okay. Who's that? Was he unable to get through there? Okay, okay. Is that how it is? Is that how it is? Is that how it is? What? Yep, that is how it is. We got others over there. Oh! They explode! Alright then, let's...
Visual detection has been...
Oh, that was terrible. Whoa, behind. Okay, alright, is that how we're playing this? Anyone else? I don't think so. Oh! X-Tech! You have obtained X-Tech. X-Tech is a rare, valuable material perfect for crafting enhancements for your gear and ship. Head to a workbench and add a ship optimization terminal to your ship. Already done it. Okay, so... Octavia's memo? Darling, the service on this ship is simply divine. My personal concierge, Lara, has already secured me the last anti-gravity massage for tomorrow morning. Do remind me to call Mother and subtly brag about Zero-G Pilates. She'll be green with envy. See you at the launch party. Don't be late. Surely Zero-G exercising is semi... I won't say pointless, but... I mean... I'm trying to imagine how it is. Deck of cards. Do not pick up cards. Okay. Modified MGP laser. Right. You know what? What the hell have I been finding? I have found that is a ballistic rifle. Is it any good? It's advanced. Advanced is the top tier quality, I believe. I think. Is that a new classification? Advanced? Because I don't... No, advanced I've got... No. What weapons do I use? I'm using... Yeah, advanced. So advanced is not actually new. Alright, so we've also got... So that's a laser rifle, but it looks like an oldie world assault rifle, doesn't it? Okay, alright, okay. As long as you have weights to fight against, Zero-G exercise can be more targeted. I guess, but like Pilates? I mean, like weighted Pilates just to make up for the fact that you've turned gravity off? I feel a little bit like that defeats the purpose. I mean, of turning the gravity off is what I mean. I mean, realistically... Okay, where the hell are we? I didn't realize this is... That robot is just stood there. Passenger. Oh, request. Is that what they do? Is that what you guys do? Is that what you guys do? You just hang around playing dead? Till I get a little bit bored? Do you have a weak spot? Oh, did you see that reload? Did you see that reload? That's like John Wick in space kind of stuff, that is. Yeah, you don't like that, do you? Oh, I tell you what, Dad, I should be checking you guys. What? Okay, who's pew-pewing me? We'll have less of that. Pew, bloody pew. Some people... Oh, good grief. Alright, rip. I mean, these things are quite... Okay, yeah, definitely. I want all of the X-Tech. X-Tech. I can definitely be using that. I got a feeling I'm going to want to.
Exterminating threat.
No, you're not. You got knocked down, son. Why am I talking to the robot like it's sentient? I mean, it might be. It probably isn't. I talk to Vasco like he's sentient, and even Vasco tells you that's stupid. Oh, wow. You're a tough bugger. Okay. Oh, this is a bad one. Anyone else? No, just you. Where are you? Yeah, the big problem with this one is when I phase time, in half blinding. There. Oh. Okay, are you trying to get somewhere? Why do I feel like you're trying to get somewhere and I don't want you to get there? You still alive in there? What just happened? I felt like I got damaged. Concussive Advanced MGP Laser Rifle. I know what those are. I don't like these robots. I've got a feeling I'm going to want to play with those. Was there anyone else in it? No. Was there anyone out here that had... Oh god, really? Am I... Fine, I'll... If I make my own atmosphere, I can move around. Why am I... Am I just carrying too much crap? Or am I, once again, hungry? No, I'm actually carrying too much crap. Okay, there's something that hasn't happened for a while. Believe it or not. Let's have a look. What's the best operators refine? No, I'm not dropping that, even though that's a special weapon. Question is I wonder how... You know what? I got Grendel's. I'm not dropping anything that's new. Oh, no, wait. I've got advanced laser rifles. I could drop that. How do I drop things? Okay. Ah. Didn't pick up anything like spacesuity. No, just pure. Okay, so. Oh, what about resources? Yes, I picked up that. Don't need that. Definitely want that. And I'm still thinking I might drop 1 or 2 things just to lighten the load so I can carry things I might soon find. Alright, that'll do. Alright. Yeah, for some reason, I thought he was trying to get to this. It's just a door, isn't it? It's just a vault door. Okay. Vault key. A vault key. We're going to need the card. Oh. Okay. So, stop picking things up. They did manage to fight off some of them. Nice one, guys. Okay. You had X-Tech? Wait, these people can have X-Tech as well? Oh, that means I have to go back and check everything. That means I have to go back and check absolutely bloody everything. Hello. Oh, taking that. Gonna take that. Definitely that, not that. No. Okay, so this this is the vault. What level am I? 166. Oh, these are not right. Terran Armada. These are not robots, but they are part of the assault crew. Right. So, we got a scanner there, but nothing else to poke before we use the scanner. I'm very old. I am several lifetimes old. Yes. Level 166. As I pointed out earlier, I have 7 skill points to spend. I don't know what I would want to spend them on. I do think I would like to take something like these. I just don't know if they add new dialogue options. I feel like they might, which is why I might want to take them. Other than that, I don't have any pistol skills, I don't have any shotgun skills, and I don't have any blade skills. I am rifle all the way. But you never know. Maybe I'll find something here that makes me change my mind. Who knows? Who knows? Right. Instigation. 1 ranker. That might be nice. Might open some more dialogue. Xenosociology. This might give me some extra dialogue when it comes to aliens. I feel like that's for the next life. The next universe. Right. Why am I interacting with this bioscanner? Was this what they were there for and they failed? I mean, it doesn't look like they failed. Oh,
If you're listening to this, then whatever scan those Terrans used to identify us is working. And you're not one of them. I'm sorry for locking you in here. I wish I could explain everything right now, but I can't. I don't know what's going on, and I don't imagine there's much time, so just trust me for now.
This is the woman that was talking about robotics. In that...
Take this chip and place it in a robotic frame. If all goes well, they'll take things from there.
Yeah, that sounds like a terrible idea. I mean, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to accept that it's all my fault for doing it, in spite of it being a really dumb idea. But I wanted to state in advance that it was a bad... What robotic frame are you talking about? Oh, she sounded like a robotic seller, right? Terran frame. she... Okay, so she says I'm not with the Terran Armada, so she knows that, but she seems to be able to control the Terran Armada stuff, so she knew about it. I mean, maybe she didn't know what she was doing. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm sticking it in. Okay. Hi. Why do I feel like I want to stand on my tiptoes? Hi.
Booting up. Initializing. Current frame. Registered as Terran. Aggression levels. Elevated. Evaluating adversarial response.
Okay, we're not friends here. These circuits are integrating incompatible... Wait, what? These circuits are integrating incompatible components as if they're alive. Oh. So what I've just put in here isn't actually part Terran, as in Terran Armada. Okay, well, these circuits are integrating incompatible components as if they are alive.
Analysis rudimentary, but not inaccurate. Target appears to possess some modicum of observation. Aggression protocols deferred.
Opinion
control routed to
varies.
processor.
Okay. Okay, well, you don't look hostile. That's a start, I suppose.
Behavior dependent on target. According to observations, target at biological disadvantage. Continuing analysis.
Wrong. Wrong. Very, very, very... Are you just... Wait. Are you just one of... Are you another one of those Terrans? These robots and the enemies?
Not another anything. Unit is one of a kind. Special Terrans are limited. Technology inefficient. Comparison rejected. Displeasure ongoing.
Well, displeasure ongoing here about the whole analysis of my biological capabilities. Kick the ass of a lot of your buddies on the way here, assuming the... maybe you've got the... What exactly are you analyzing?
Request specimen, refrain from interruptions. Security logs, damage reports, current status, and chance of survival being scanned and assimilated.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we did get off on the wrong foot. Let's, why don't we try working together on this?
Permissions pending. Cooperation with Terran affiliates is restricted.
Wait, what? Terran affiliates?
Scans indicate present human is non-Terran. Updating interaction accordingly. Proposal. Assist me as secondary. Creator's mission must be completed.
Oh, okay. So you seem to be working against the Terrans with your creator. But your creator knows about Terrans. Right, the one who made the chip, right? We're talking about the creator.
Led to my creation, but data chip origin incidental. True achievement in evolving beyond designed potential. Delta unit can provide further data if you assist. This arrangement will lead to completion of mission.
Okay. I don't do things for free. How can I be sure you're not working with the Terrans? Yes, good question.
Erroneous conclusion. I am a separate entity far beyond Terran limitations. Following. Current mission is of higher importance than any existing Terran objectives. Assist me in recovery operation will be of benefit to you.
Okay, so this creator of yours sounds like they are part of this Terran because they know the tech, but they were also selling stuff to an investor by the looks of things in that, according to the tablet I picked up. Are they working against the... Okay, you know what? Never mind. They did say I should leave things to you, so you know what? I'm going to go with the flow.
Affirmative. Recovery of creator is highest priority. Usefulness several magnitudes greater than yours, therefore,
Oi!
You must defer other objectives to assist Delta Unit. This arrangement benefits all involved. Sufficient?
I'll help! I'll help! You come with me, I'll see what I can do. You come with me, I'll see what you can... Delta... That's your name, is it? Delta Unit?
Derived from differential between two units of notable disparity. Benchmark includes gulf between Delta and others. Label eases cognitive burden for stunted rate of processing speed in humans.
You know what? If you actually had pain receptors, I would slap you silly at the moment. But you don't. Fine. If it gets us out of fear, fine. But this conversation is definitely not over.
Incorrect. Conversation has concluded.
Wrong.
However, further inquiries will be allowed at a later date, establishing new moniker. Auxiliary Human. Recompiling. Updating interactions accordingly.
You're going to call me auxiliary
Stand back
human.
during local interface.
The conversation's not over. You might not join in.
Bypass sequence.
But it is going to continue.
Breaching encryption layer. Success.
I could have done that with a digipack. Just saying. Am I going to need to shoot some people? You want me to go first? I'm going to let you go behind me. All right. You say go first. I'm the only one going at the moment. Yeah, we got incoming. It's okay with you. I'm going to shoot. Oh. I'm going to shoot them. Yeah? You good with that? Good. Wait. Who the hell? Right, we got actual humans. Wait.
Watch out!
What are you using? Is that in your hands? Whoa! All right, we've got... Is that... Right, that's not Delta. Where'd you think you're going, sunshine? Devastator bot my behind. Okay. Stealth advanced dogfight. What the hell is that? What the hell is this tech? Where is it from? Because this is all completely new for me. And trust me, I know the universe better than most. Granted, not necessarily this universe, but most of them are pretty similar. This... You know what? Next time I meet me... Hookah canister. Yeah, I've got some serious words. Okay. Yeah, stop picking things up. You've got enough of those to analyze, guess. Are we going this way? You said I could assist you, right? That's what you said. You said, you... Wait, I've been here. Don't ask how I know that. It's not an epic sense of direction. I see you. Would you stop running? Why are they running away? The robots feel fear. I mean, so much for the whole my biological limitations crap. Because your buds, well, they're getting their backsides handed to them. But they also seem to run away. They're robots. Are you guys sentient? Okay. This does not mean I'm going to feel sorry for you. You are currently attacking and killing people, which tends to reduce my sympathy levels. Okay. Yeah. Why have you got old Earth tech? I recognize old Earth tech when I see it. Yeah, okay, right. Considering I'm assisting you, why am I taking the lead here? Hmm? Yeah, you'll catch up. They're trying to take cover. Hmm? Oh. And I'm going to admit, I'm showing off a little bit to hammer home the point to my metallic friend here. Watch this. 360! 720! Mid-fight! In fact, look at this! Ain't even hit the ground! Moonwalk! Da-da-da-da-da, moonwalk! High speed moonwalk! Huh? Physical limitations. Yes, I do feel the need to represent organics in this particular moment. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. Can't touch this. Where am I going? Down away. Alright. Have I been in here? Wasn't this where I found... Did I see... Was this here? Did I not see this when I was last here? Alright, come on. Where is... your mistress? Hmm? This is where I miss Starhood. Yeah, I'll be with you in a second. I'm
Continue collecting.
I am.
Recommending increase in accuracy.
Oh, see that you are disrespecting me. You are disrespecting my aim. Have you killed him yet? Have you killed him? I mean, Mr. Super Aim over there. Feel free to show me how it's done.
Updated.
Oh,
executing.
Updating. Updating what? The fact that you failed. He's still alive. Still alive. Actually, where is he? Oh. Did you kill one? I don't think you did. This one was mine. No, you let him run away! You let him run away! That's what you did! Where the hell are we going? Been here. Come on! Actually, no. Let's finish him off. Where is he? Come on, you let him...
Probability of your success. No.
Are you talking to them or me? Huh? I really don't like you. No, I don't. Vasco is much nicer than you. I'm waiting for you. Maybe ask you to increase its accuracy. Oh, increase its accuracy. Are you asking me to work on you? To increase your accuracy? Oh, okay. Now I feel bad. Now I feel like I'm being a bit of a dick. And I will admit that's because I'm still a little bit touchy about the whole biological limitations thing. I'm going to go on a limb here and say I don't need to shoot you.
Freeze.
Oh, for God's
sake.
sake.
Right where you are.
I'm with the Rangers. Oh, yeah, no. I am with the Rangers. That's me.
First the Vanguard, now the Rangers.
Yep.
You sure get around.
True. Oh!
I don't care what story you want to go with, but we can get to that later.
I'm in both.
You've got a very short window to tell me why you're working with the Terrans.
Okay, see, why is everyone, like, diminishing me, threatening me, etc.? Look, I'm not working with the Terrans. Oh, you talking about Delta? You think you're talking about Delta? He's different, apparently.
Isn't that convenient? The Terrans declare war on humanity and they, what? Send this thing as a peace ambassador?
No, it's more complicated than that.
Seems to be playing along as an ally for now. But you think that's going to last forever?
At the moment, I'm not even sure I want it to. But, okay, yeah, look, you might be right. Honestly, you might be right. But right now, it's worth the risk. It's taken us to its creator, who maybe has some more information for us. Also, who the hell are you?
It's certainly a hard sell. But we might not get another chance like this. At the very least, the fact we're even having a conversation right now means it's worth entertaining for the moment. But I'm not letting you two off that easily. If you're vouching for this thing, there are going to be conditions.
Incorrect. Not thing. Delta.
Right. Delta. Quite the ego it's got.
You
I get the
have
feeling
no idea.
You and this Delta are going to end up tipping the scales in all this.
Okay.
We'll see in which direction that ends up being soon enough.
So you know who...
By the way, the people heading up this operation are going to want to see you about it. Both of you.
I don't want to get involved. What are you talking... Who are you talking about? You're UC, right? I'm Vanguard, you know that. I'm also Ranger. I'm just an all-round good guy. Hero. I'm also the Mantis. Just
welcome.
More of a side hustle. Like the outfit. It's a bit funky, I know, but it's kind of cool. What kind of people were we talking about?
The kind who have their fingers attached to a lot of strings, and who pull them when necessary. The kind with powerful interests.
Not narrow it
Some
down.
sure to align with yours. You should feel honored. Not that you have much of a choice.
Honored. God damn, just... Honored. Yeah, miss, you have no idea. The beginnings of a conspiracy I'm in? Yes, I'm in. Secret organization. I'm your man.
Then you'll love what's to come. Meet them at Anchor Point. Dingy dive out on the free lanes. When you get there, order a Vocatus Vacuos at the bar. I'll send you the coordinates. And make sure you don't forget to bring our rogue Terran there. Best to keep friends close, and potential enemies closer.
Okay. Who the hell are you, though?
If auxiliary human cannot continue, I will carry on my mission.
No, I'm going to continue. Hey!
I'm trusting you here. Don't make me regret it.
What exactly is waiting for me at Anchor Point?
This thing's bigger than either of us. Bigger than your friend, too.
Okay.
No matter how good you think you are, you can't win a war by yourselves. You're going to need people, powerful people, backing you up. Besides, I'm sure there are plenty of questions you have for what's happening now and how to stop it. If you want answers, going there's your best bet.
This is where I seriously want to flex. I mean, I've got my own bloody fleet. I've got a space station. It's not really mine, but it's kind of my home base. I've got all sorts of extra tech. I've got strings in Ryujin Corp. I'm a UC Vanguard captain. I'm a ranger. I didn't single-handedly take down the Crimson Fleet, but I did a whole heap of the work there. Fine. How did you track me out here so fast?
Cruise ship here lit up and sent out a distress beacon not too long ago. I'm assuming you're the one who turned the lights back on?
Guilty.
Wasn't sure if someone managed to track it or if the Terrans were gearing up for another move. So I jumped over fast as I could. Looks like I was right on both counts.
Yeah, no, great. I mean, I didn't even mention the fact that... I mean... Probably shouldn't talk about the whole thing with someone who might be an enemy. Are we going in this? We're going in this direction? Wait, we're going in... Wait, this is my ship. Wait. Where's your... I'm helping you find your... Are they not here? They should be on the ship. They should be on the ship. Did they leave the ship already? Okay, let's get on the ship. Decorate. Whoa! Give me a sec.
Hey, feel that wave over there? Some kind of EMP.
Give me a second, my cockpit's quite...
Signature consistent with Terran-based gravitational disruption technology. Gravitic devices will be rendered inert while active.
Disruption tech? Are you saying they took out our grav drives? That shouldn't be possible.
The limits of human imagination have no bearing on factual actuality.
Right.
Ask me nicely, I'll shoot him.
Assuming what they say is true, we're basically dead in the water until we take out whatever's doing this. For now, see if you can pinpoint wherever that wave came from. Maybe the sensors picked something up.
Will do!
Action unrequired. Location trace of Terran vessel already completed prior to unnecessary conversation.
Where's my crew? Where's the crew? I'm not gonna be up. Oh, they're all over there.
It's have been uploaded for auxiliary human.
Sounds like you two have things handled then. I'll leave it to you.
Yeah, we got a new robot.
Again?
We got a new robot. He probably wandered past, like trying to track him down. It's... Oh, you wanted a window. Ah, I was gonna say this does not seem like your sort of place. Hey.
Follow lead of Delta unit if you require guidance.
Yeah. What are we gonna do to find... What are we gonna find at the source of this grav jammer?
Most likely outcome. Concentrated Terran resistance force. Gravitational disruption key to Terran incursion strategy. If main forces are eliminated, auxiliary forces will retreat.
Okay.
Numbers certain to overwhelm biologically limited auxiliary human. But Delta unit is enough to raise odds of success.
I'm thinking of leaving you behind, mate. Really am. How did they shut down our grav jumps system?
Terrans possess apparatus that causes anomalous spikes in gravitational waves, leaving your rudimentary drives unable to calculate proper warp vectors. Gravity disruption technology, useful to prevent reinforcements from converging within the systems they are deployed. Solution: if gravity disruption ceases, spatial technology will once again become functional.
Alright. I mean, we can convert this place a little bit, make it look more robot-y if you want, if you're hanging around for a while. Alright, we got a robot. He likes
Lost in my
the front
thoughts,
window.
but glad to be
It's
back.
one of those. Basically, he's sort of called shotgun, except it's not really shotgun.
be.
Because that's up there. I still think the bridge is a better view. Hey!
I'm really happy to see you.
Yup, me too. Well, I'm not happy to see me, I'm happy to see you. It's nice to have a doctor on board. Oh! First of all, I've got a bunch of stuff to check out. But before we go anywhere, I know I've got things to do, but right now, I've currently got, right, so shield system optimizations? Shield energy wait, what? Shields take 10% less damage from energy weapons. Okay, or... Right. So I can make the shield 10% stronger, or I can get it to regenerate faster. What else do we have? Weapon systems, engine systems. What can we do with the engine systems? Engine acceleration, thruster fuel optimization, booster. Turn speed increased by 10%. That's the thrusters. Okay, does that mean I can actually turn the ship, or is that just the thrusters that make me move sideways? I think it says turn. It says turn, so that looks like it actually will make the ship more maneuverable, which would be very nice. More boost is always good. Base ship increase of speed. That is really nice. So basically, speed, maneuverability, go fast for longer with the boost. I like that. Weapon system, 10% faster recharge, reload. That would be good for my primary weapons. Targeting computer. Targeting enemy ships in targeting mode is 10% faster. I mean, nice, but electromagnetic weapons charge faster. I mean, all of the above could be useful. I feel like I'm probably going to start grav drive computational update. Calculation speed increased by 10%. Fuel cost per jump decreased by 10%. Grav jump increase grav jump distance by 10%. Here's the problem. Like, I'm at 30 light years. Can it go above that? Oh! Do I have to pick one ship to upgrade? I probably do. Oh! Would I want it to be this? I mean, it's the Fat Frontier. I kind of feel like I want to stay with it. In spite of the other ship being slightly better, I feel like I want to stick with it. And finally, we have advanced MGP ballistic rifle. We can make the thing. It's not really. It's not
looking well.
Amazing, really. Muzzle, standard muzzle, muzzle brake. I mean, it can be upgraded quite nicely, but armor piercing rounds, I guess,
Gorgeous day, isn't it?
is the way to go. But again, I feel like the weapons I've already got. Upgrade module. Accuracy upgrade? Wait, what? That costs money and I need an accuracy upgrade?
Salutations, Vindicator.
Oh, wait, what is this?
Do you need my help?
This is something different. This is new. Legendary rank roll legendary. Oh, I can use X-Tech to roll legendary effects. Okay.
Good to see you.
Okay, so I can add legendary effects to it. I can even upgrade the quality. Okay, this is new. What else do I have? I've got, what the hell?
Salutations, Vindicator.
Shotty. Can I?
I'm really happy to see you.
Okay, let's have a look. Oh, wait. Oh! We didn't have skins on these last time I checked. Pirate skin.
Need my help?
The rune skin. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I think I like the
It's a gorgeous day in the space
upgrade module. Right, so I need to make upgrade modules, and I can increase all sorts of things on this. Oh wow, I'm going to be upgrading this forever. Legendary of Space Adept, which is plus 30% damage while in space. Re-rolling that might be nice. Med Theft. That gets more med kits, don't... These are kind of useless, so I could...
The accursed doubt the great serpent exists.
Okay, so I can't...
The gods are like breath.
I'm not even going to ask how this works.
Life-giving.
Okay, what the hell is that?
Hey, how's your day, Captain?
Weapon tier upgrade is best upgrade. Probably until you get to the maximum. Oh, I'm hungry and I'm dying. Stealth Advanced Dogfight. This is an energy weapon?
Good to see you again.
Fire rate 170. This is a laser SMG. Okay, I'm not an automatic weapon kind of guy. But it is nice to see some love for the laser weapons. to get some energy weapons that are just a bit more varied. I might want to give some... I might want to try these just for a laugh. Standard grip.
Gorgeous day, isn't it?
Magazine,
I
small,
love this place.
Large, internal amplifier. Make it. I mean, again, the way I'm set up, I feel like. Right, I feel, you know, not really a me thing, but
hey,
I'm gonna try them anyway. What else do we have? Okay, nothing else. That's the laser rifle. Fire rate 130. Can we change? Fully automatic. I can change it to semi-automatic. That would... I mean, you can see the damage difference on me. This is because I'm really good at single-fire weapons. So I could definitely upgrade. Right, I got a lot of things I need to look at. What about spacesuits? Do we get the same thing on the spacesuit? Upgrade module? Default skin? White there. No, I prefer the default one. Upgrade, so I can do the same on this. We're gonna get EM resistance, energy resistance, and physical resistance. I wonder how much. How do we get these upgrades? Do I need to buy them? Do I need to make them? Legendary rank, combat veteran, 15% damage less from human enemies. That's actually pretty good, to be honest. Can I upgrade? Quality level, advanced to superior. That is a huge thing, isn't it? That, let's have a look. 224 on the physical. That's a boost and a half. I got a feeling I'm going for that, but I don't know whether I want to actually upgrade this first. I've got some better armor. All right. Oh god, no. Right. Can we make upgrade stuff? Do I need... No, not there. So I can't make anything there. Alright. Yes, I'm hungry and I'm thirsty, which is... What's that? That is fed. I'm gonna drink a beer. I'm in the mood for a beer. Right, I'm just gonna store this stuff in the cargo hold for now, because it's all bloody heavy, and I might try some of it out. I'm guessing that X-Tech doesn't weigh anything, so I don't need to worry too much about it. Do I need anything else? Do I need... Right. Well, we know it is kind of heavy. So, I tell you what, let's leave it in there for now. I mean, I can... Can I use this from the containers? I'm guessing I can.
What's going on?
Yes, I can. So, it's standard use. Thing is... I feel like upgrading your personal gear is the way to go to start with. Especially now you can take things through different... into different universes. Where was it? Assassins! I kind of like this Assassin's spacesuit. I'm trying out the Mantis one because it does have a funky effect, and I need to try it a few times. The Varun one does look nice, you know. It does. But the Assassin's one is just... It all looks really nice. Look at it. Look at that. The Assassin's suit looks really good. I got a feeling that I'm going to be saving my X-Tech to boost that once I get used to this Mantis suit. Once I've got bored of the effect. Oh. But I think I'm going to leave it there. I've been at this for a few hours. Alright. Interesting story and some interesting new mechanics. Interesting new mechanics upgrade. It feels a little magical, if that makes sense. It feels just a tad magical. Like, you know. But I suppose, why not? Why can't you upgrade spacesuits from advanced to superior? The fact that you need a special X-Tech thing for it is a bit... But okay, fine, whatever. I mean, Astra was already a weird, randomized, legendary currency, so there's a bit of that going on. You're feeling like Starfield is getting better to play? It doesn't feel that different. Again, a lot of this seems to be like quality of life stuff. I mean, the way to think of this is... I'm at the end game. I've done everything now in this game. I've not done all of the side quests this time, but I've done all the major factions. I've done Watchtower. And I'm now doing Terran Armada. I will have completely exhausted, I think, what this universe has to offer at the end of this. And it might be nice to be able to take some of the stuff I've got with me. Possibly a spacesuit. Possibly I'll pick my favourite spacesuit and I take it. Might be nice to upgrade that to the best possible stuff. Same with some weapons. But I might upgrade it first. Upgrading the ship seems more... Once you've got all of your gear and you're looking at it and you're thinking, it doesn't matter how many NG pluses I get, I ain't gonna find better than this. Then you start boosting things like that because you can't take them with you. It's just a way to stick with some favourite stuff, I guess. I mean, the whole gear quality and legendary effect in this game is a bit too magic-y, in my opinion. In fact, I'm gonna say, in many ways, I preferred games like Skyrim for the way gear is handled. You know what I mean? Iron stuff is just iron stuff. Steel stuff is better. Orcish stuff is better, etc. In games like this, I always feel like it makes less sense. I mean, realistically, why is the gear identical looking, and yet the superior stuff is like 3 and 4 times more protective than the normal stuff? It looks the same and it's made... It's just, you know what I mean? It all... I never liked it in Fallout either. I'm not a big lover of... I'll tell you a system I prefer. Again, I liked Skyrim because iron is noticeably worse than steel. And there's a difference. They look different and there's different damage. I like the way Kingdom Come Deliverance does it as a general rule. You just get better swords. You can make them. A blacksmith's different ability can make them different quality. And there is a bit of difference, which all makes sense. But I feel like Starfield is a little too looter-shooter magic. So, it's... yeah. But then Cyberpunk has this problem. Tiered guns. I've never liked it. On the bright side, they got rid of leveled items. The original Cyberpunk had leveled items. Yes, you find a pistol, you can't use it because you're level 12 and it requires you to be level 14. I literally hate that. That I can't abide. But they got rid of that, but they still have tiered weapons. And the reason it bothers me is like a tier 5 weapon is orders of magnitude better. It does more damage than a tier 1. And it's like, really? I understand that a weapon might have some enhancements to make it more reliable, and maybe you can up the fire rate a little bit here and there, you know what I mean? But use the same goddamn ammo, why is it doing more damage? Sort of thing. There's that kind of thing going. I quite like games like Stalker where the weapon is the weapon. So this whole magic system of weapons I never loved it to start with. But oddly enough, the fact that there is now a magical system for upgrading it to the best quality in some ways makes it more bearable because, of course, you find a weapon that's working for you, and you don't think to yourself, oh, I found this one, but now I've found an advanced one. Doesn't have legendary effects, but it does slightly more damage. Ooh, bloody hell. You know what I mean? So you don't have all that kind of palaver. So I like this new upgrade thing, I guess. It gives you something to aim for. But like, for example, the Astra system, the one that lets you get randomized loot from the Trackers Alliance, I really don't use that particularly much. I can't even remember where you find the Astra. Where the hell was it? Wasn't it miscellaneous? Does anyone even know where you get Astra? I can't even remember where it was. What is Astra? Have I dropped all my Astra somewhere? Thrown it away? There it is. There it is. Astra. No, it is. It's random. Sorry, random. Miscellaneous. Yeah. So this stuff's weightless. This is this weird currency for the Trackers Alliance. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's very, very, very gamey. I think that's the problem with the loot system in this compared to, say, Kingdom Come Deliverance. The loot, the difference between certain weapons, even the quality, all feels fairly realistic. Even Skyrim, as a general rule, the fact that steel weapons are better than iron weapons feels reasonable. The fact that you can hone it with good crafting skill feels reasonable. This always feels too magical. You know, the legendary effects, these random legendary effects, and the fact that this, you know, one suit is advanced and the other's superior, and there's a little bit of like, I feel like different armor should be better, right? Or the advanced, if you have, let's say you have a mercenary suit, the advanced mercenary suit, I feel should look different. Like it's made with different material. But obviously that takes new models, new textures. It's a lot easier to just have tiers and legendary effects and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? We need space kitties. That's what's missing. Jay Murray. There is, believe it or not, apparently, a pet as part of Terran Armada. Which we can get. I haven't found it yet, but hopefully it does. Anyway, so there you go. There you go. I'm not a big fan of more weird currencies in games overall. Yeah, they definitely feel a little microtransaction-y, but in this case they're not. Astra is a currency for one of the factions and is used as a currency. Like, you don't buy it. It's not like you can't buy it with real bucks. Please tell me you can't buy Astra with real bucks. God, I hope not. Someone turns around. Someone says to me, oh, you could buy X. I mean, here's the stupid thing. You could probably just console yourself a truck ton of stuff anyway. But it does, I know what you mean by these extra funky currencies. They feel a bit odd, don't they? I need to go to the new station, complete a couple of quests to get a pet. All right. And it does look like we have got another follower, this Delta guy who... Is it me? Or is he giving anyone the vibes of that robot in Star Wars The Old Republic? Knights of the Old Republic? I can't remember what he's called. He's not quite as homicidally violent, but I'm getting vibes of... Yeah. Robot that's constantly giving you crap. HK-47. That's the one. Yes. I'm getting vibes. That's what I'm getting. Like, yes, I thought he was going to call me meatbag. So, no, and even though I'm cranky at him, I kind of like having that. I actually think we needed more snarky followers. He was written to be an asshole who you can help learn not to be such a dick. Yeah, I kind of like the fact that he's being a dick. But yeah, I mean, overall, what I've seen of the Terran Armada start is great. It's fine. Fairly standard stuff, but I like the idea. I'm liking the idea. They've integrated it with the new free lanes to try and get people to use that, which I guess makes sense. I feel like it was done in a bit of a ham-fisted manner. But overall, yeah, I'm going to finish it. I don't think I'll stream the whole thing. There's no point streaming the whole thing. Yeah, no, it feels like it's got some potential. I am curious about NG+. I will be doing... I've got a feeling once I've done Terran Armada, I will be immediately starting the next NG+, and I'm going to be making a beeline for Watchtower and Terran Armada to see the differences in NG+ for those. I think that's what I'm probably going to do. Anyway, so that's me done. I am going to head out. It has been 3 hours. This was an unplanned stream. I'm back tomorrow with Che for Grounded 2, where we will be taking the Ladybird mounts out for their first real test run. And we'll be splooging people with the water cannons, probably. Don't know, maybe. Not completely sure what we can do with those. I think it's just for cleaning up messes. But there you go. And then I'll be back on Sunday with Darkest Dungeon. Although we will not be doing the actual Darkest Dungeon. We will be doing leveling up of our new recruits. Because we're definitely in need of a Vestal. So yeah, anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much. Good night.